Sugar, Kelly, not guilty.
He's been waiting for this moment.
Yo, celebrate. Oh, that's why you did the joints? I got you, man. Men in Black. Yeah.
Word.
He's like the Blues Brothers.
Yeah.
Now, I know whenever I'm wrong, like, or you think I'm wrong, we'll have a note or there's an editing budget where we rewind and y'all go back to the thing that was said with the whatever. Amar, first of all, I'd like to revisit what we talked about.
Sure.
Which was everything I said is pretty much what happened.
He's trying to squabble.
Squabble up. Squabble up.
Everything I said is
As far as
exactly everything.
No, I'm asking
Not as
questions.
far
As
as everything.
Yeah,
Well, what did you say? What did you say?
Go ahead, Pastor. Go ahead, Pastor. Thank you.
Pass the plate. Pass the collection plate.
Well.
Because when God When God said, when the Lord, Pastor collection plate.
Well,
When the Lord said,
Set this man free.
man, y'all ain't hearing me.
Wow.
When God said, all right.
Say it again.
So I said, now let's preface this by Son is like an awful person, and if he did get time, he did some shit. So like no one's crying over this
We're
thing.
gonna get time for sure.
I don't know, man. I think he's gonna get time served and he's gonna walk. He's gonna get time served and he walk. The last person.
That's the most
and
likely scenario.
and what's crazy is the person I'm gonna name is it's terrible company to be in. But when Jeffrey Epstein got the same charge, that did a year in probation, and that the devil.
And he was trafficking 11-year-olds.
Yeah, he was a.
I didn't even know Epstein got hit with a charge before the one that put him away.
And mad shit went away. Like Epstein, like we don't even have to get into that. But Diddy's gonna get.
That's true. This Diddy got found guilty of driving grown around. That was right.
Yeah.
Grown ass entire grown. And son Epstein was bugging the out.
Yeah. So
Like what Diddy did was not even illegal technically.
he has
they're
no
not charging
priors.
him for
I
the
mean, it
violence.
should be.
Yeah, but absolutely,
Like,
absolutely. But what I'm
just
saying,
drive around. I got some y'all.
this nigga's trying.
yeah,
What y'all want to do?
yo,
What y'all
that's
do?
a wicked car ride.
He's a different though because y'all can't even act surprised. It's not really technically a crime if he told you about it. And he said, in 10 years from now, we gonna still be on top, dog. I told you. I thought I told you that we won't stop. Like, what else?
Take that.
Saying that he said it so many different times.
Yeah.
I bet you could find a sentence in every song.
It's true.
So remember the one shit the shit with Biggie. He said, spank the case like a. He said, what he said about how I hit your bitch. He said, I beat your bitch like I beat the case, like I blow through trial. He said,
I don't remember that, but I
nigga
mean,
said,
I know the line.
he beat the
yeah,
case like he beat
yeah.
the bitch. And then,
He said, I blow your bitch back like I blow through the trial. He said, damn, son, this is shit with Biggie.
I'm trying to remember the melody because then I'll be able to
Yeah,
rap.
it's like some happy shit.
Yeah.
The nigga said, my smile make the high profile chicks wow.
Wow.
He blow through your bitch back like I blow through trial.
Is that going back to
He
Cap?
said,
Nah.
nah. He
He
said,
have a verse on that.
my high profile make the, my style make the high profile chick smile. My style make the high profile
Probably
chick
look that
smile.
up.
Blow your bitch back like I blow through trial. He said,
It's crazy. That sound
and
like
now
Detroit.
you and me can drink some Hennessy when I come home. Mad bitches wanting to bone Sean Combs. Bitch named Simone.
That's
Remember?
the-
Yeah, then he flipped Biggie
That's the
sticks.
Diddy
Bing-
duets.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Diddy
that's
duets.
what
Yeah,
it is.
screaming,
Biggie,
she
Biggie.
fiending
Yeah,
for the
yeah.
semen. What the fuck is he
shit.
talking about? That nigga was telling you, don't act surprised, nigga. Don't act surprised.
bad niggas telling themselves. But
Nigga
like
said,
I was saying,
when I come home, bad bitches want to fuck
Bone
Sean
Sean
Combs.
Combs.
Nigga was Biggie duets, the Diddy duets. That nigga was telling you, son, don't act surprised.
That's actually a good album.
It was decent.
son,
I'm
he's
surprised John knew that.
and I'm going
The Biggie duets.
prediction.
That's crazy.
They're gonna sentence Son. He's going to get out with time served in probation, right? And fast forward because like low key, and I understand you're going to go into the whole like, well, like I'm victim blaming all this other stuff. Technically, according to the definition of the charge, Cassie could have been charged with the same crime. Right? Like, I mean, mad people
All of
was
them.
doing this. Everybody was doing this shit. Everybody that was on the stand actually committed the same
okay.
exact crime.
I would say not
Everybody.
everybody.
Not everybody, but like, you know, most of the people that were handlers for all that shit happening, right? So I think Son's gonna get out with time served. Honest.
Boy, where you been?
Atlanta, Georgia. Darnell gave us a choice between mud baths and Atlanta. So we're coming to the land where players play. July 13th, we will be at aisle 5. Buy tickets now.
Don't forget your extra stash. You're going to burn through the first one as soon as we get there.
As soon as we land. Bring a stash.
What You Thought. Still not lit enough to be canceled tour. Sunday, July 13th, Atlanta, Georgia, at aisle 5. Tickets on sale now at whatyouthought.com.
Honestly, I think people are going to shift their standards. So you were saying that they're going to set a new precedent for what a RICO is and all that other stuff. They're not.
He been holding that since you said it.
Yeah.
He wanted to get at you. for
Yeah.
that.
I'm a
Yeah. And,
I'm gonna respond. Y'all both was in y'all
and-
notes. Heard.
and
So we have
again, if we were talking about solicitation, which is like a version of what we were talking about, if we're talking about solicitation, then we could say he broke the law all day. Everything else they charged him with, even though we could call the nigga a piece of shit, it wasn't a valid charge. And it was great because not great, but not great. That's the wrong wording. But for his legal defense called it what it is. Like, the nigga's nasty. That's not a prosecutable offense. You can't. Now, the reason they held him without bail is the defense leaned on the fact that he was this is a domestic violence situation, right? So you can't continue to hinge the defense on the nigga being violent and then expect them to let him out. So they're gonna have him sit till sentencing, but like they're gonna let that nigga out.
I guess we'll see.
Yeah.
He was found not guilty on racketeering and found guilty on what, 2 or 3 other charges?
No, 2 charges.
2 charges.
2 counts. 2 counts.
Prostitution. 2, less than 3.
2 counts.
charges.
2 counts of transporting prostitutes, and that's not sex trafficking. That is transportation of people for the purposes of prostitution.
Okay. So as I said way back when, I thought that they were. First of all, let me say this. I think that the feds are really trying to figure out a way. How do you prosecute super rich people? So I always thought that this
Who are black.
case, actually anybody, because I think they had a tough time with Epstein. I think they've had a tough time with that movie producer as well. Even though they
Harvey Weinstein, that was easy as fuck. That was open
They
and
got
shut.
both of them niggas out of here.
They did get both of them out of here because I think that they had informants and people who were able to, I guess, tell a convincing enough story as to what they did a long time ago. But even Weinstein didn't get all. Some of them people were found to be liars as well. So
Yeah,
he didn't catch.
people be lying.
Yeah, he didn't catch all the charges he could. But I think the government is trying to find a way. How do you prosecute super rich people? Because even the RICO Act wasn't created for billionaires. Like, the amount of wealth and resources these people have makes them capable of doing a lot of things that the government is trying to figure out. How do we make things, like, how do we get a charge that will work, right? Because
Charge them with what they did.
so if they charge Diddy with what he did, he'd be under the jail.
No, there's a
But-
statute of limitations. You waited too long to charge him. A RICO, actually, the whole RICO thing was designed to like take down the mob. Like, if you charge one
Right.
person with something, you could charge everybody with that.
So-
but there was no everybody. It was just one nigga.
So the
Number one.
problem with that is, even in Diddy's situation, there were a lot of people who corroborated what he did. Like, even the removal of the videotape for as long as he did, that is extortion and bribery. He gave somebody a certain amount of money to cover up an illegal act. Now, we did eventually see the video, but that doesn't remove the act.
You said that was what?
That was bribery, and there's some extortion there.
There's no extortion.
That's
There's
bribery,
extortion on the part of the nigga who took the money, I guess. But Diddy wasn't extorting him. Diddy bribed
Well,
him.
that was bribery. They did paint a picture of him extorting people as well, like Cassie's mom.
Is it illegal to bribe a nigga who's not an official? A government official?
Bribery is illegal. You can be bribed. You're not an official. You
Yeah,
can be
so
bribed, though.
the nigga who worked at the hotel was like
He
a
was
nigga.
bribed. It was an illegal act that Diddy did. We all watched it on
Yeah.
video. And then someone was bribed to cover it up.
I don't think the bribe was a crime though. What he did was a crime. Bribing the nigga, I don't think.
Bribery
illegal.
is a crime.
But aside from
for
that,
officials.
aside from
No,
that,
it's
they
for
had a hard
anybody.
time.
Somebody can bribe you, I'm saying.
Look it up.
Yeah, look it up. If you bribe me, I don't think that's illegal. If you try to bribe a police officer or a judge, I think that's where the illegality comes in. But
A big issue that they have with the RICO too is that they have to
Ooh.
prove everyone.
Brad Spin.
They have
Fucked you
to-
up. He fucked you
holding a public or legal duty. So legally, hold up. So a legal duty was for him to turn that tape over to the authorities.
So the nigga broke the law. Diddy didn't break the law there.
Did he bribe somebody to break the law? Reg, if I get you to do something via payment,
He bribed somebody, an individual holding a legal duty.
But the
Yeah,
act
What's
he
his
did-
legal duty?
But the act
to
on
turn
tape was-
over a tape
Because
that
he
showed
worked for
illegal-
security or whatever it was.
Yeah.
He didn't. He was a front desk clerk.
So his job was to turn over an assault. a tape
Newspaper
showing
said he did it.
assault.
He ain't do it.
He ain't do it.
What are you talking about?
So
The
So,
target's
yeah,
moving now. Word.
no,
target's moving.
that's bribery.
Nah, he fucked you up.
But
But yeah, Reg.
It's bribery, but again, my whole argument was they are trying to set a precedent of how do we prosecute super rich, because what we also were seeing is coercion and persuasion. Those terms start to get flexible, and where I think victim blaming kept coming into this trial is they make so much money that if they pay all of your expenses to do something, people will do it.
But you
even-
got a
even if
choice.
they
We
don't want
keep
to.
expanding the definition of what a victim is to basically accommodate people's bad choices.
And
But-
I like that you say that, and I think that what's happening is,
I made a bad choice. I'm a victim.
They both can be true though.
and that's what I'm saying, and that's why this is really,
Reg
this is
fucking
difficult.
you up. my nigga.
No,
It's difficult. 'cause
you
two
could make a
things-
bad
Hold on,
choice
Javon,
as a
you
victim.
fucking with Reg?
Yeah, I'm a
Okay. Yeah, nigga.
I
It's
like
3 on 3.
I like these different.
Yeah, nigga.
But you can
Nah,
make
nah,
a
nah,
bad
nah, nah,
choice
nah.
and be a victim.
Fuck out of here.
You can.
Make a
Nah,
bad
nah,
choice
nah.
and be a victim.
You
Of
can.
Can
your
you?
own
Sure.
bad choices.
Fuck all that. That's not what he said. Y'all trying to take away from what the
do you mean?
nigga said.
He
What'd he
said,
say?
I made a bad choice. I'm not a victim. And I was like, no, you can make a
No,
bad
he
choice. and
said,
be a
I
victim.
am a victim. That's what he said. That's what they're
So
saying.
what? Be clear. What are you saying?
He
That
said it.
If
Those
you
people, they are a victim of their own poor choices. They're not a victim of anything else.
So-
you are making a decision.
But-
We're going to expand the definition of what a victim is to accommodate people that make stupid choices.
So here's what
To
I
make
think.
room for everybody new.
No, but
So
the
here's
crazy
what I
thing-
think is
no, but
happening.
Go
ahead.
it's not even a stupid choice to them. It was a stupid choice to the government and brought it to them, and they felt it was illegal. They didn't have any. Jane Doe didn't have no discrepancy
Yeah.
with that shit. She
Niggas
in
was
the
cool
crib.
as long as the bread was going. He was
So-
still paying her fucking bills.
He was
Hey,
paying her
man.
bills, and she was still performing acts that at times she said she didn't want to perform. Like Cassie said, she's part of the reason why she was taking so many drugs is because she didn't want to do it and needed
She
disassociate.
didn't want to perform them,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
But she did.
There's a reason, and so I'm saying
She wanted to keep getting money.
Hold up, Reg, real quick, because you just keep talking while I'm talking.
Apologies.
And I let
Apologies.
you get a crazy
Yeah,
Fact.
yeah.
and do your
My bad.
victory lap shit.
Yeah.
So
right.
what I'm saying is, and I've been saying this on our pod a long time, because we no longer, our generation and the ones after us is going to be even worse. We don't have empathy. There's no way we could ever put ourselves in somebody else's shoes.
That's
it's so
true.
easy for us to go, I would never do that, so you are not a victim. And so I'm saying, you're right. Nobody in this room would do what Cassie did.
I can't say that you're not a victim simply because I wouldn't do it though. So I get with that. That's true.
Yeah,
There's
like
some
we've
truth to
lost
that.
we've lost empathy. We cannot ever say we understand in any way, shape, or form why she would do some of those acts.
We
So
can
she's
engage
not a
Cassie a little bit because she was 19. If you want to go the whole point where she was impressionable or
How
whatever.
you just cut him off as he's still talking?
I don't know. I'm
All right, my
it's
bad.
y'all-
Go ahead.
it's-
My
y'all-
bad. No,
I'm
go
cool
ahead.
with
My
it.
bad. Apologies.
So-
You're right.
So what I was saying is because we don't have empathy, that's part of where the victim blaming or shaming has come in, because we cannot imagine or fathom that somebody would be in a space where they would take money to do things that they do not want to do, right? Because you just wouldn't do it. It doesn't, like Darnell said, excuse that she could have been a victim. Two things can be true. I'm going to do this act. I'm terrified of him. He just chased me down the hallway in a towel, beat my ass, dragged me back to a freak off.
Yeah, that shit is wild.
So she did the freak off. She was a victim. Now, when the next week he says, it's time for another freak off, do I run down the hallway and get my head kicked in again? Or do I take this money and then do a lot of drugs so that I can get through a really tough situation? But go ahead, Rick.
Get him, Reg.
So there was a point in the trial where Diddy's lawyer brought up the fact that her and Diddy got into a fight, right?
Yes.
And she got hurt.
That wasn't a
Diddy-
fair one,
Hold
man.
on, hold on.
Yeah,
I
that's
didn't
a
say it was
bad
a fair
angle,
one.
Reg.
Let me finish. Hey, hold on. Her and Diddy.
That was not a
Wait,
fair
You might
one.
fuck it up. He hyping thing he want right now.
No.
You might fuck it up. No.
fuck
Let
it
me
up.
take my shits off.
I'm not gonna fuck it up.
No, I'm not Team Reg right this second. Hold on. Wait, I'm not Team Reg right now.
Have some faith, my nigga.
Hold on.
All right, hold on.
I ain't say you lost me yet. Well, I'm right here.
So her and Diddy got into a fight, and again, let's circle back and create the context
He
that
swung last,
this
she
nigga is a piece of shit for hurting her, because she was beat up. She was beat up by Diddy, and she was hurt. right?
All right.
So a fight is actually overstating it. She was victimized by Diddy because he beat her, right? So Diddy said to her, go away. I'm going to send you to recover or get better or whatever at a hotel. And she fought him on it. And she said, no, I want to come back with you. So so the lawyer said, how are we calling this kidnapping if I'm telling you to go away and you're insisting on coming back with me?
And
right?
the 15-minute
Wait, hold
video
on.
of them.
I'm not finished.
You put your hand up, so I'm gonna put mine up.
No, I'm gonna call on you in a second because I do want the
Thank you
answer.
so much. Thank you so
right?
much. Professor Rich.
At some point,
Shades.
right? When I can say you are culpable and a victim is in the situation of Cassie's like, you're getting beat up, yes. You are being victimized, right? But on some degree, right? Even though there was the whole freak off situation, he chased you down the hall and all that other stuff, that was a case where he held you against your will, right? That day. But then in the following days, you continued to come back willingly. Now, we could go into whether she wanted to or whether she didn't, but like, let's remember, you went to Kid Cudi and then you gave Diddy his address.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. There were a lot of things that we could say, there were times where she called the prostitutes, Diddy wasn't there. So at some point, we could say, in that case, two things can be true. Now, if we're talking about Jane Doe, like we're gonna pretend we don't know who this lady is, you were given a choice. We could say empathy, but that's like me saying a nigga broke into your house and then got shot, and then now I feel bad for him that he got shot. You made a choice.
Wait.
He said there are niggas who get up every day.
Oh shit.
Damn,
My
he throwing
phone fell
shit.
over. God damn the Red Bull.
God damn.
Not the Red Bull.
Not the Red Bull.
God damn.
Right.
Son. Pour out a little
There,
liquor.
there are niggas. There are niggas hurt.
For the fallen
My
For the
home.
home.
There are niggas who get up.
For the Wild Kings.
Pour out a little liquor.
There the Wild King nights, bro. Thanks for watching. For more content, please check out these videos. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And all of the good stuff is actually on our Patreon. Go subscribe.
What you thought? Tell me what you thought. What you thinking? What you thought? What you thought? What you thought?